Hello, I'm Sophie, millionaire mum, and today it's Monday, so here is my Monday motivation. Today I have a special. I'm going to share with you two stories, extraordinary stories of people who got rejected at first and then but didn't give up on their dreams, didn't let rejection stop them from going for their dreams, and in the end, well, I won't tell you what the end is, otherwise it will spoil the story, right? So before I go into these stories, can I just ask you to subscribe to my channel? I am a very busy mom and I work online, I make money online. And with this channel, I am hoping to bring you everything you need to make a success online too. So let's dive into these stories. So the first story is the story of a young man who had a dream. His dream was to go to a cinematic arts school. He wanted to become a filmmaker. And he applied and he got rejected on the grounds that his grades were not good enough. And then he applied again and he got rejected again. And then he applied again. And guess what? He got rejected again. So after he got rejected 3 times, he actually went to a different university and he majored in English. And that, I guess, would have been the end of the story if he'd given up, right? If he'd thought, okay, I would like to study cinematic arts, I would like to make films, but no, obviously I'm not good enough. They refused me 3 times. They turned me down. That's not what I'm meant to be. But you know what? He didn't. He actually, while he was studying, he managed to he was offered a kind of unpaid job. That was to do with editing a film, I believe, or something like that. And he took that job, even though it was unpaid. And then he had the opportunity of shooting a short film. Now, that short film called the attention of someone, I believe a film director or film producer, someone in the industry. And he was so impressed that he actually offered a job. And you know who that young man was who got rejected 3 times and then went on to make this short film and got noticed? He was Steven Spielberg, and he went on to become a very, very successful filmmaker. He went on to make 27 movies, and I believe he won 3 Oscars or maybe only 2. I'm not quite sure about that. But, he made a lot of money, but more importantly, his dream came true. He is famous across the planet. He's made amazing films. Certainly some of them have really blown my mind. I've loved some of them, and I think I'm by far not the only one. So I'm very grateful he didn't give up on his dream, and it's a perfect example of someone who was told, who was given a bad grade, right? Who was refused entry, who had an idea and who it didn't work out the way he wanted it to, right? But he didn't give up. He still focused on what he wanted to do, and somehow he found a way of doing it, and he became very, very successful and very well known at it. So that was my first story. Now, my second inspirational story is pretty extraordinary. This story is of a woman who was living alone with a child who had very, very, very little money, who was very depressed, who contemplated suicide, who just didn't know what to do anymore to make a living, to change her life. One day she had the idea of writing a story and she wrote this book. Now, she tried to get published and she was rejected not once, not twice, not 3 times even. She was rejected 12 times. And she was told by a publisher that she had very, very little chance of ever making any money writing children's stories. But you know what? She didn't give up. She kept going. And eventually her story, her first book, was published. So by now you've probably recognized who I'm talking about. Of course, I'm talking about the British author J.K. Rowling, who wrote the story of Harry Potter, and then the films, the movies were made, and anyway, a whole industry bloomed around this. She is apparently the best-selling living author in the UK. She's got a fortune estimated at many millions. But again, more importantly than the money, I feel, is, I think, I haven't interviewed her personally, but I think that more important than the money must be this tremendous sense of achievement, right? That she did not give up, that she did not let herself be discouraged when she was told over and over again, no, this won't work, right? You won't ever make money with this. You won't ever get published. She kept going. She believed in herself. She kept going, just like Steven Spielberg, and she managed to find a way. And now it is recognized that her books are actually great quality, and they made a lot of children and adults probably quite happy, really. So I think these two stories, to me, are an illustration not so much about how much money you can make if you persist, but more of the fact that if you don't take no for an answer, if you keep going for your dreams, you can make them work. And it doesn't mean that because someone exterior tells you you're not going to make it, because someone from the outside tells you your grades are not good enough, your material is not good enough, your skills are not good enough. It doesn't mean that because other people outside think you are not good enough, that in fact you are not going to make it, or that in fact you are not good enough. I think we'll all agree, I mean, whether we like their style or not, we all agree that Steven Spielberg produces good movies, that J.K. Rowling writes good books. As I say, you might not like the style of the movies or of the books, but the fact is they are good, right? And so these people didn't let the outside world tell them what value they had. They had enough belief in their skills and their ability to keep going, to handle the rejections, and to go for it, and to find a way of making what they wanted for their life, of making their life be the way they wanted it to be. And to me, this is amazingly inspiring. I hope these stories inspire you. Please never give up on your dreams, okay? At times it's hard, at times you'll face rejection, at times you will face self-doubt. That's normal, we all do. Believe me, I do too. But you know, always reconnect with inside, with your sense of your own value. Go for your dreams. There are no silly dreams, okay? As long as they're ethical, as long as they're not harming anyone, go for your dreams. Please don't give up. Don't let anyone tell you that you are not good enough, because you are, my friends. So if you like this video, please give it a like. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down and let me know in the comments why you didn't like it. If you liked it, let me know in the comments why you did like it too. Subscribe to my channel. Share this video if you feel anyone would benefit from it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this inspires you. I hope this encourages you. Have an absolutely wonderful week. Lots of love. Bye for now.